Welcome to Learning with Lai. This video is going to be about equivalent fraction. I gave a brief introduction to equivalent fraction in my last video on changing improper fraction to mixed fraction, whereby the last example I gave a little bit of idea about what equivalent fraction entails. So let's take an instance whereby we have this proper fraction 2 over 3. To write this proper fraction in another fraction that will still be related to the original fraction, what will be done is to multiply both the numerator and denominator by the same number, or in some cases divide both the denominator and numerator by the same number to give a whole number. What I mean is that now to get another equivalent fraction to 2 over 3, this will now be 2 over 3 multiplied by 2. Because I'm multiplying the numerator by 2, I have to multiply the denominator by the same number, so that will be times 2, and this will now give me 4 over 6. I can also make this 4 over 6 have another equivalent fraction, and this will be times 5. Because I'm multiplying the numerator by 5, I also have to multiply the denominator by 5, and this will give me 20 over 30. And to get back to the initial fraction, what I will do is to divide by the same number, both the numerator and denominator. So this is 20 over 30 divided by 10 divided by 10, and 20 divided by 10 is 2, 30 divided by 10 is 3. So you can see that I got the same answer as the initial fraction that I started with. So the idea that we have to keep is that we have to keep to that rule that any number we're going to multiply the numerator with, we have to multiply that same number to the denominator. So I would have gone back the longer way to get 2 over 3, and I can do that, which is 20 over 30 divided by 5 divided by 5. I'm dividing it by the same number, and this will be 4 over 6, and I divide by 2, I divide by 2. I'm still going to get 2 over 3. So you can say that I got the same answer. Anyway, the idea is just keep to that rule, divide both the numerator and denominator by the same number. So let us look at another example. Another example, we have 3 over 5, and if you want to get another equivalent fraction of this, we multiply this by 2, multiply this by 2, and the answer we get is 6 over 10. We can also get another equivalent fraction if we multiply this by 4. All we have to do, multiply or divide by the same number, and this will be 24 over 40. I can also multiply this by 2, I also multiply this by 2, and this is 48 over 80. So here we can notice that this answer we got here, 6 over 10, 24 over 40, 48 over 80, they are all equivalent fraction of this initial fraction. Therefore, we can say that the equivalent fraction of 3 over 5, we can have 6 over 10, we can have 24 over 40, we can have 48 over 80. Also, in the first example, whereby we have this is also an equivalent fraction to 2 over 3. This is also an equivalent fraction to 20 over 30. Let us look at another example whereby, and we can also get the same initial expression by dividing, and if we do that, this will be 48 over 80, divided by 16 divided by 16, and 48 divided by 16, that's 3, and 80 divided by 16, that's 5. You can see that we got the initial fraction we started with. So we can say that 3 over 5 is the lowest form of 48 over 80, because if we divide both the numerator and denominator by the same number, we can have the initial expression. So therefore this is the lowest term of 48 over 80. And the idea about division is that when we divide by a particular number, we have to make sure that the answer we're getting should be a whole number, unless we can't use that same number to divide both the numerator or denominator. Now let us look at another example. If we have 8 over 5, let's look at 8 over 5. What we do, if we try to get another equivalent fraction, multiply it by 2, so we're going to get 16 over 10. We multiply it again by another number, 3 over 3, and this will be 48 over 30. We multiply by 5, multiply this also by 5, we're going to get 240 over 150. So we can see that all these answers we got are the equivalent fraction of the initial fraction we started with. These are all equivalent fraction of 8 over 5. And if we want to get our initial fraction back, we divide to get a lower form of this, and this will be 240. We can do it any way we want, but we can just try to do it the faster way. Try to find a bigger number that can divide to give us the lowest form, and we divide by 10. We divide by 10. This is going to give us 24 over 15. We divide by 3, and we divide by 3, get 8 over 5. So you can see that we got the initial form. And 8 over 5, since we can't divide further by any number to give us a smaller form of 8 over 5, so we call this the lowest term. So we call this the lowest term. 8 over 5 is called the lowest term. Also 3 over 5, since we can't divide further by any number to give us a whole number, this is also called the lowest term. So equivalent fraction can never be gotten by adding or subtracting. So we should take that in mind. We can never have an equivalent fraction by adding or subtracting. How we divide to get the lowest form of a fraction. So thanks for watching. More videos on fraction would be released.